Hey folks, welcome to Calvin's Got Game. Today I am doing my board game throwback segment. This is not throwing these games away. This is games that are from the past that I want to tell you a little bit about, tell you that they're still good today, they're still fun. Probably not as fun as they were back then, but they're still fun. And what do I consider a game from yesteryear? Well, anything from before the year 2000. I'm going to say. I think 2000 is kind of that breakout point for me. So everything beyond the earlier than the year 2000, I think is a board game throwback. So what I'm going to talk to you today is a game called Why. Alfred Hitchcock's Why. It's presented by Alfred Hitchcock. This is a game of mystery. You can see my box is pretty messed up. I'll put a lovely box in the corner over here to show you, but I'm going to break this game open. And for those of you who don't know who Alfred Hitchcock is, this is on the IP property of a show he did from about 1955 to 1965. This game was first published in 1958, re-released in 1967. So from 1955 to 1965, Alfred Hitchcock did a show called Alfred Hitchcock Presents. And he would kind of walk out and give you the side profile of himself, and he would say, and he would come to him in real life and he would say, "Good evening." And he would tell you about sort of a plot that's going to take place in the show. And it would come, the show would go out for about 30 minutes to an hour. And that was Alfred Hitchcock's Presents. But before that, from about 1939 to 1964, Alfred Hitchcock was a filmmaker. You might have heard of some of his films: Psycho, Vertigo, The Birds. The Birds is probably one of the ones I remember the most, watching as I was a kid with my parents. The birds attacking. Of course, if you look at that show now, the special effects are probably a little weak, but for the time, it was innovative. It was such a great movie. But enough of Alfred Hitchcock. Let's look and see what his game entails. I'm going to put this on the table. This game is by Milton Bradley. It's for 2 to 4 players, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, what comes in the box. Hey guys, this is what comes in the box of Alfred Hitchcock Presents Why, the board game. You have your board game pieces, and if you notice that they're all named, this one's kind of a little tore up, but they're all nice hard cardboard with a nice base here, or a nice thick cardboard with a nice wooden base. And they're all named after great detectives. This is Sergeant Monday, which would actually be Sergeant Friday. This one is Dick Crazy. I think you can all remember who that is. That's Dick Tracy. This is Charlie Clam, which would be Charlie Chan. And then you have Shylock Bones, which would be Sherlock Holmes. So they kind of parodied the detectives in this game. So this game right here, this is when you still had the rules and stuff on the box. So you had box lid and a box base that kind of told you the rules. There was no paper rules for this game. So then here on the box lid, it shows what ghost you can collect, and also what weapons, and then of course Alfred Hitchcock, which we're going to show you some of those things here in just a moment. So how you would play the game: this is a roll and move. Everybody would start out in the living room, and I'm just going to put a couple of people out here in the living room. I'll put Sergeant Monday and Dick Crazy off to the side. Each person would get dealt a hand of 7 cards, and then what you'll do is you'll dispense the cards evenly through each room here. And they would be put out. You'd have cards in each room that you're doing here, and I'm just kind of throwing some cards out here. But anyway, so each room would have an even amount of cards, and everybody would have 7 cards in their hands. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dadgummit, I almost got pretty close there. All right, so like I said, there's Ghost in here. There's Nero. There's Cleopatra. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to collect these, and by golly, I got every one of the ropes. So you'd put these together, and you would form this is the weapon. So what you're trying to do is search all these rooms, get a weapon, and a ghost, and then you would have to have a question mark, which would say it was done in self-defense. The murder was done in self-defense. So that's the basis of the game. Now, around the outside of the board, you have 7 cards, and we'll talk about what happens if you get more than 7. So you have 7 cards. You're going to roll the dice, and you're going to leave this living room. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to enter on exact count. You'll pull the first card. Well, this is poison, okay? I don't need poison. I already have my weapon, so I'm not going to need that. So I'm going to take poison. I'm going to show it to all the other detectives, and I start a graveyard. And it will go all the way around the board. Now, if you roll a 7 or 11 or doubles, you can move directly to the living room. You have to show a card of the type you're wanting to get out of the graveyard and remember where it is. So if I say, okay, this is poison, then I would pick it. I would have to show poison in my hand, and I would get this, and then I could take poison into my hand. But if I was wrong, say I thought it was, let's say I thought it was Nero. And so I showed Nero, the ghost, and I said, this is Nero. Well, it's not Nero, so I have to put that back, or I have to take this one into my hand and put Nero out there. So you're switching the cards. So it's kind of a memory game on the outside, but you're still going around trying to collect a ghost, a weapon, and then of course a reason why an alibi or a reason for the murder. This was in self-defense. Now there's another way you can win, and that is It's a Mystery to Me, and putting Mr. Alfred Hitchcock together. There is 6 pieces of Alfred Hitchcock, but you've got to get one It's a Mystery to Me card. So you would have to get all 6 pieces of Alfred and then one It's a Mystery to Me question mark. And I think there's only a couple of those in the game. So the rest of them take 8, because you got to have 4 for the weapon, 4 for the ghost, and then a reason for the murder. Now, once you complete all of your ghosts, you're saying you only get 7 cards. How do you get 9 cards that you're going to have to win? Well, once you get all the pieces that you need for your ghost or your weapon, you can place that down. And then you'll be able to continue gathering cards for the other things that you need. I know this is a roll and move game, but it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to come back up and tell you what I think about the components and how does it hold up today as playing, and see you in a bit. Hey guys, what do I think about how did Alfred Hitchcock, the board game, why stand up the test of time? Well, first of all, you know, the box, it's all outdated. Nobody puts a game in these type of boxes anymore, right? Nobody really puts board games in this box. But back in the day, you know, Monopoly, Clue, Life, all of them came in this type of box. So that was kind of the standard for back in that time. So that is one of the reasons that probably the box doesn't hold up well. The board, still in great shape, as you saw. The cards have been worse for wear. They're not the greatest. They're about regular deck of card quality. And the dice, I think I've actually had to put new dice in here. The original ones I think were little wooden dice, and I had to replace the dice in this because they got lost. But the little components, very thick cardboard and a really nice wooden base for these big chunky detective pieces. Guys, I know it's a roll and move, but like I said, I had a lot of fun playing this game with my mom and my brother back when I was younger. And I really thought going through this spooky house, because after watching Alfred Hitchcock's Present, I might be telling my age a little bit, but you know, my parents used to watch it, and as a kid we sat and watched it, and after watching The Birds, playing this game kind of gave you that spooky feeling, and you're trying to get a ghost together and trying to remember who put what out here in the graveyard. It was just a lot of fun. And this is a blast from the past. I'm glad I still have this game. I'm glad it was passed down to me. Guys, if you find this game out there somewhere, I think your kids might enjoy it. And I think you might enjoy a little nostalgia if this is your kind of game. like I said, it is roll and move, and if you're not into roll and move, then it's probably not your kind of game. So that is Alfred Hitchcock Presents Why, the board game. Guys, I thank you for watching. Tell me in the comments what's one of your favorite older games and why you enjoyed playing it so much and why is it so sentimental to you. If you wanted to give me a comment, I sure would appreciate it. Remember to subscribe, hit that bell to get a notification of when I put up new videos. And guys, thanks for watching. Remember, get a board game to the table, spend time with friends and family. See you later.